What's going on, guys? What's going on, Chai Squad? What's going on, everybody? So, the trade deadline for the trade deadline for the WNBA is happening right now, and we just saw Cunningham go to the the Minnesota Lynx. And there are a couple of teams that I think are going to make some moves. Um, there are a couple of teams that I definitely think are going to make some moves, like the Aces, like the Farks, like the Kinetic Sky, like the Kinetic Sun, like the Chicago Sky. There are going to be different teams making moves right now. And I can definitely see that happening. I can definitely see like this happening where we will see the Fever probably make trades. The Kinetic Sky make trades. The Aces make trades. The New York Liberty make trades. Because after seeing this Cunningham trade to the Minnesota Lynx, it seems like we're about to see a team that isn't going to back down. And with the trade deadline here, it's going to be interesting. It is going to be so interesting to just see who makes the next move, because we know Cunningham got traded to Wings. Got traded to the Minnesota Lynx. We're going to see other teams like the Sky, like the Valkyries, like the Minnesota Lynx, like the Farks, Kinetic Sky, make moves at the trade deadline. We're here. The one thing that I think that Aces need is another shooter. Like, you got Joy Loyce, you got Aja Wilson. The Aces need another shooter. I think the Aces are going to trade for another shooter to help them get easy money shots. And I am going to say this. If the Fever can make a move here at the trade deadline to help Caitlin Clark, then we're possibly going to see a move happen for Caitlin Clark. We're going to see a move happen for the Fever because you already have Cunningham, you have Sophie Cunningham, you have Caitlin Clark. That Fever team has a good shot going to the playoffs. Now, for the New York Lynx, for the New York Liberty, for the New York Liberty, I don't know what the New York Liberty is going to do. I think, like we saw our first trade with Cunningham going to the Minnesota Lynx. There are probably going to be some moves coming in the next couple of days because once we see these moves happen, like either the Aces make a trade, the Valkyries, the Chicago Sky, the Indiana Fever, the New York Liberty, we're going to sit back and say, okay, how did this trade deadline, how did all these trades at the end of the day go? Because we do not know what these trades mean going forward. And we do not know who's going to be traded for who. Because one trade from a team can easily make a team a contender, like the Fever, or like the Aces, or like we saw the Minnesota Lynx last year. We saw how the New York Liberty got to the championship. We saw how the Minnesota Lynx got to the championship. One move could make a difference. One trade could make a difference for both of these teams. Because if you ask me, or you ask anybody that watches the WNBA, like, anybody is going to tell you that the WNBA needs to pay their players more, because during our Star Weekend, we saw WNBA players pay us for what we're worth during our Star Weekend warm-ups. And these players, I like what they stood up for. Like, the players should get paid more. Like, when you stand up for something and you say that this is probably going to be a good thing. We're going to see more moves in the next couple of days. Because after seeing the WNBA players saying, wearing those shirts saying, pay us for what we're worth, it's more of a good thing to see for the W, because these players should get paid more. Because they ball, they hit easy money buckets. But back to the trade deadline, is that I think that with with the trade deadline coming up, it's going to be very interesting the next couple of days, seeing who makes which move at the trade deadline and who says no. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And stay blessed, everybody, and peace.